And it's a ritual or a tradition that me and my fiancée started a few years ago when we were going through a rough patch. We had arguments, more often than not, it felt like. And we thought we need to change this somehow. We need to appreciate the good things about our relationship and the things that we do that we actually do enjoy about each other's. So we started with this thing where we, every morning when we got up, now we do it every evening before we go to bed. And what we do is, just before we go to bed, we send the other a message saying, I appreciate that you, and then we add something to that. We say, I appreciate that you took out the garbage today. I appreciate that you picked up the kids. I appreciate that you cleaned it extra nicely in the bathroom today. Or I appreciate that you made us food. Or anything the other person did. Because when you focus, when you're lying there in bed thinking, oh, I'm going to send a message about something I appreciate about the other person, it makes you think about them in a different light. You're focusing on the things they do that, well, you enjoy, that you appreciate, things that they do that you think are good, instead of just being focused on the things that you think they're doing wrong and how they're irritating and how they should be different and they can't, how can they do all this stuff? I mean, obviously, I can't see how my partner would see that I am like that, but I mean, she can be like that, if you know what I mean. It's very easy to focus on the things that are negative when things are tough. So by asking yourself, what do I appreciate? And then sending them a message, it breaks a lot of distortion, a lot of pressure towards the other person. Because first of all, you have to think about something that you appreciate about it. And sometimes when you're angry, it can be tough. You don't want to do that. Your mind goes, nope, I don't want to appreciate anything. They're wrong. They shouldn't be doing this. They're behaving so poorly. And no, we send one appreciation. And that little thing, it doesn't mean that everything's going to go away, but it might be the thing that changes how you view what's happening, how you view the situation. It will make you just a little bit softer, just a tiny bit softer. And they, when they in turn hear it, it makes them just a little bit softer, just a little bit more loving towards you. And if you do that every day, I mean, we've been doing this for years, and it's kind of a tradition that it's been periods when we haven't done it, and we both missed it. For whatever reason, we've stopped doing it, and we find it's easier to do it in the evenings than in the mornings because we have small kids, and in the mornings that means that you don't really have control over what's happening in the mornings because it can get pretty hectic if you have small kids, you know what I mean. So if you have a partner, or even if you don't have a partner, if you have someone you're having a fight with, just try sending them a message saying, I appreciate that you, and then something they did, or something you appreciate about them. Because we appreciate things about everyone. There is something that even the people you hate do that you could appreciate. And it's a very powerful and easy, strong exercise that you can do to make yourself feel better and to make the other person feel better. And it will help heal the relationship you have. So tonight, before you go to bed, try sending the person you love or someone you're having a fight with a message of appreciation and say something that you appreciate about them and see what they respond. It tends to have a disarming function and make it more likely for you to be friends again. Doing something like this requires a bit of courage, a bit of actually putting yourself out there, because it's much easier to just watch a video about it or read a book about it than actually going out and doing it, because it can be a little bit scary. Another thing that really requires effort is to meditate and not just read holy scriptures. And I made a video where I explain why it's so important that you actually take action and meditate to improve your spiritual practice and don't just read books about it. And you can watch that video here and we'll give you a better understanding as to why it's so important to not get stuck about concepts and ideas in your mind and actually practice what you're reading about.